Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. No? As you very well know, this morning we had an asset recovery meeting wherein close to around 16 government agencies came to the ICI para mag-meet at paano kami co-coordinate with regard to asset recovery. No? Ito mga government, parang it's a whole of government approach ang nakikita namin dito, kung saan magtutulungan ang bawat ahensya on how we can recover the assets that were in a way are in the possession of people who might be responsible for these anomalous flood control projects or infrastructure projects. Narinig naman ninyo yung sinabi ng chairman na Andy Reyes kaninang umaga. Kanyang sinabi that although justice will be served or can be served better if there is restitution, meaning maibabalik ang pera ng bayan. So with that said, nagkaroon ng exchange of ideas between the different government agencies on how we can recover fast. Alam kasi ng lahat na para mapakulong ang isang taong may sala, dadaan tayo sa proseso ng justice system. Meaning due process will have to take place, will have to be respected, and it will take time. Actually, it will take time because those who will be involved will have to defend themselves, the prosecution will have to present their evidence, and it goes through a process. Now, anong tinitingnan nitong grupo na ito? No? And if I may say, just to tell you kung sino yung mga nakapumunta dito this morning, we had the AMLC, the BOC, the Bureau of Customs, the BIR, CAAP, COA, CICC, DOJ, DPWH, Insurance Commission, LRA, LTO, Marina, the Office of the Solicitor General, PCC, SEC, and PNP. Now, kaming lahat dito, nag-exchange kami ng ideas, gaya nga ng sinabi ko, on how assets can be recovered and brought back to the coffers of the government and to the people. So, ang anong unang-unang napagkasunduan, there will be a technical working group composed of representatives among all these agencies who will meet regularly, or at least once a week, to update each other, exchange information on what they have and what have they done so far. In a way, we will be monitoring each other, exchanging ideas, and sharing information which may fast-track the restitution of assets, or the recovery of assets, so if I may say. So, with that said, I would be entertaining any questions from the press.
Sir, good afternoon. Are the authorities of these agencies enough to fully recover the funds that were involved in the anomalies, or do we need a decision or an order from the court?
No, this is administrative, So meaning in their own charters, meaning yung batas na either bumubuo sa mga ahensyang to, binigyan na sila ng authority to be able to do these their specific mandates, specifically on asset recovery. So katulad kanina, and I may share, si Commissioner Ariel Nepomuceno shared to us that the 13 luxury cars with them, they found that there were some may mga kulang daw sa kanilang mga papeles, which now gives them the right for them to auction this off. So in a couple of weeks, I think, upon according to Commissioner Nepomuceno, they're just going through the process of approvals with the DOF, and they will be auctioning this off. So in that case, there will be an immediate recovery with regard to these cars, yung once mabenta na yung mga auto yan.
So attorney, that means kahit wala pang guilty verdict from the court against these involved persons, pwede nang mabawi yung...
Yes, that's what the BOC said. They will be doing this in a couple of weeks. They're just getting the approvals from the necessary officials. Next question. Yeah.
Hi, Sir Lance po from News Watch Plus.
Hi, Lance.
Shifting topics lang, sir. Earlier, public works secretary did
Can you stand up so you can hear?
But louder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Speak
Thank
louder
you.
na lang.
Yeah, speak
Kanina,
louder.
Sir, Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon says na iimbestigahan na rin po nila yung links ng mga Diskaya and ng pamilya ni Senator Bongo or yung construction firm ng pamilya ni Senator Bongo. First, sir, is the ICI will the ICI look into this as well? And are we also expecting the commission to invite Senator Bongo because of this development?
We'll look into that. If there's indeed a need to invite Senator Bongo to the commission, then the commission will invite him.
And sir, just a follow-up po, no? You placed other senators or you requested yung ibang mga senators na ilagay sa lookout order. So, if ever man the commission sees a reason for that to do as well, kay Senator
Pardon me?
Bongo, ilalagay din po ba natin si Senator Bongo? Is there a chance na ilagay din siya sa lookout order?
Well, as I said, the commission always acts based on evidence. No? So if there's sufficient evidence or information to request for an ILBO, regardless who that person might be, official might be, then we will request for an ILBO.
Sir, last na po on my end, there were some criticisms about the ICI kahapon nung sinabi ng mga Diskaya na hindi na sila makikipagtulungan sa investigasyon. According to former Representative Teddy Castillo, parang it exposed how toothless the ICI can be. Kayo po, what's your take on this? Does it say something about how powerful or how powerless the commission can be in this investigation?
No, it doesn't expose any weakness on the part of the commission because, as I said, we were able to get information regardless on who or from which source it may be. They invoke their right for whatever reason and based on the advice of their lawyers. But as I said earlier or yesterday, we will find means. We have other sources of information to get to the truth and to find out who are really responsible for these anomalous projects.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Lance.
Sir Joseph po, from Manila.
Joseph.
Sir, how do we determine kung ano yung asset na illegally acquired tapos legally acquired? And second is, mga ilang percent po kaya ng total asset nila ngayon ang makukuha sa kanila? Is it like 100%, 50%?
Well, of course, direct evidence would be the best. No? If a person, for example, a company or a contractor is mentioned and there's a corporation then, there's a direct link then we will be implicating or naming that particular individual or corporation with regard to the freezing or the request for the freezing of assets with the AMLC. So that's the process. Now, based on the discussion earlier, this process will be handled by the Office of the Solicitor General, the Ombudsman, the DOJ, because before anything else, the freezing of assets would have to go through judicial proceedings, which is to the Court of Appeals. So, in that basis, sila yung gagawa ng ganong klaseng action, which I think it is very important. Kaya naging importante yung nangyari ngayon, no? Because we were able to delineate the roles of each of the agencies. And then, because of that, and especially with the TWG, we will now be more coordinated. Oh, yes.
Attorney John Garner from P7.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if this was asked already, but magkano po yung estimated amount na balak natin bawiin or tinitignan natin or gusto natin bawiin?
Yung gusto nating bawiin, hindi natin masasabi pa yan sa ngayon because it's a moving target right now. What I can share with you is a rough estimate according to AMLC that the amount of frozen accounts would be roughly around 5 billion, comprising of around 2,800 accounts. That was shared with me earlier this morning. Okay.
From how many individuals?
Oh, I don't have the data.
Sir, with regard to freeze order, ang purpose is to profit later on. Tama? Correct me if I'm wrong, sir, pero yung procedure can happen if there's already a complaint before ibida and you can buy in. Paano ba yung
Well,
mechanics or not?
Well,
If we want to
on
move
broad
further
strokes, I was discussing this with the Solicitor General, and she said that there's going to be an application before the Court of Appeals. Now, initially, if it is granted, they're given 20 days, and after that, another 6 months can be extended. No? And before, and eventually, as the forfeiture proceedings or application is being heard before the Court of Appeals, these assets will remain to be frozen.
Okay, so it's happening independent of maybe criminal prosecution?
Yes, of course. These are all civil and administrative remedies that we're talking about. In fact, yun nga yung naging ano natin, no? Yan yung naging pakay nitong meeting nito kanina. No? This is different from the criminal aspect. This is administrative and civil remedies, which in a way will be shorter because it's not going to go, as I explained earlier, it will not be going through the more thorough process of judicial proceedings.
Right. So right now, sir, 4.6 billion yung last freeze order nila. So can we say na frozen? And is the AMLAC moving to forfeit it na? Or paano?
Yes, susunod na yun, di ba? After that, you freeze and then you have to justify and to justify forfeiture.
4.6?
I mentioned it was 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah, roughly 5 billion. 5 billion. All right, last question.
Sir, in connection lang dun sa tanong ni Lance earlier, yung doon nga sa mga nagsasabi na toothless ang ICI with regards dun sa pag-address nga ng mag-asawang Diskaya. Kasi parang ang dating sa publiko, anyone pwedeng umatras o umalis o hindi makipag-coordinate sa ICI kapag gusto nila. So ano ang gagawin ng ICI with this naging action nga po ng ICI? Pwede po bang kahit sino na iniimbestigahan ng ICI ay umatras na lang din ng ganun-ganun po? Lalo na kung sila ang prominent sa investigation nga po dito.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, karapatan nila yan, di ba? In fact, even in the Senate or in the Congress, if a person invokes that right against self-incrimination, they have to respect that also. So, in a way, I don't think that will label the ICI as toothless, because that right is being invoked also in other investigative forum. Alright, that's na.
Sa BOC, 13 vehicles, did the Sir Nepomuceno mentioned when nila yung auction?
No specific date, but they said that it's going to be in a couple of weeks.
May possible, amount that we can possibly collect.
I don't know, because definitely kung auction yan, we don't have an idea yet on.
Sir, for the public lang, so ito ay effort to recover and do something from the stolen money ba? Yung restitution?
Oh yes, of course. Pagka forfeiture kasi, ibig sabihin, these properties or this money is not actually theirs, but was taken from, was in a way, not theirs, and probably proceeds of a crime.
Sir,
Right?
is the 5 billion small for the tens of billions?
Well, of course, with what we've been hearing so far, that 5 billion is not comparable to what we've heard so far that has been, in a way, what do you call this? In a way, stolen from the coffers of the government.
But that's the running total. Could be bigger, the 5 billion.
Probably, as we go along, it's going to be bigger.
Sir, how about other assets mo aside from the 30 luxury cars?
That's going to be studied and looked into, because definitely there's going to be a challenge on that, because these people might not have actually put their names in those titles. Whether they're...
There's scope lang. Tapos magbawan na kayo, di ba? So ang mga na-cover ko ng investigations are projects in Bulacan, Palayan, Oriental Mindoro, or are there any other areas na ba?
Meron pa rin, iba-iba all across the country, no? But right now, as I mentioned earlier, we're focusing on the 421 ghost projects. So, and I think it was shared with you on how per region, di ba? So mostly nasa Luzon ang concentration nun.
Pero sir, yung
But doesn't mean that we're not gonna go to the other regions as well.
Pero yung na-hear na po natin, covers Bulacan, Quadrix, and Oriental Mindoro lang. Lang.
In a way, based on the personalities invited, talking of the DPWH officials, that's on the north, on Luzon, right? So we're talking of Bulacan, I believe in that. So with regard to the other personalities, it had to do more on the budget preparation. Alright, last na.
Last from my end. Nabanggit kanina ni Secretary Dizon na in the coming weeks, pwede na ma-expect yung kasong isasampa sa mga Diskaya. Kasama na ba doon yung recommendation ng ICRs?
From our end, we will we're still continuing our case build up, but it's there already. Be patient. We'll be filing them soon. Not necessarily against the Diskayas, but as long as we complete the evidence, regardless on who the persons who might be responsible for this, we will file it. Because there's no need for us to wait. Tama na?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir, schedule na bukas.
We'll share it with you
You'll
guys
get the
first.
media
Tomorrow.
advisory.
Okay.
You will.
Okay?
Sir, last pa lang, sir.
Last na, okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, nabanggit ko po kasi i-auction na yung mga third cars at Diskaya. So, about those surrendered, voluntarily surrendered by Bryce Hernandez, sir, like those people.
I think check muna pa natin mabuti kung ano yung naging mga papeles yan. No? Kasi doon sa 13 na yun, na-confirm na kulang-kulang yung kanyang mga papeles. So there's a right, or there's the BOC is authorized now to move further.
Pero ito po voluntarily surrendered dahil namin yan na from corruption, sir.
Pero titingnan pa rin muna natin para sigurado tayo.